Let's be real, navigating the world of skincare today feels like you need a PhD in chemistry and a master's in marketing just to buy a moisturizer. With all the brands, ingredients, and crazy price points, it's so easy to get lost. So let's dive in and actually build a clear framework to make sense of it all.
I mean, this is the big question, right? The one you ask yourself when you're staring at a wall of products. Are you paying for real groundbreaking science, super rare, exotic ingredients, a beautiful, luxurious experience? Or are you just paying for the hype? That's exactly what we're going to figure out.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about the skincare maze we're all in. Then we're going to break down the four big philosophies: clean, clinical, luxury, and this new viral wave. And then we'll pull it all together so you can figure out what really matters to you.
All right, first things first, let's just acknowledge the maze. The skincare market today isn't just crowded, it's a straight-up labyrinth of choices. It's almost overwhelming for anyone who's just trying to, find a good moisturizer. Okay, take a look at this. It really puts things into perspective. You can get a CeraVe moisturizer, which is all about basic barrier care, for around $15. But on the other end of the spectrum, you've got a luxury anti-aging cream from Clé de Peau for $550. I mean, wow. They're both moisturizers, but they are from completely different planets, and that huge gap is the maze we're trying to map out.
First up, let's talk about the clean philosophy. This is so much more than just a marketing buzzword. It's become a full-blown movement, and it's built on a really specific set of values.
The really important thing to get about clean is that it goes way beyond just the ingredient list. It's a whole ethos. The focus is on things like botanicals, vitamins, and minerals that are gentle on the skin but also sourced with the planet in mind. So it's not just about what's in the bottle, it's about the entire story of how that bottle got to you. And here's what that looks like in practice. You have a very clear in list and out list. So on one side, you're looking for things that nourish, like powerhouse hydrators, hyaluronic acid, and squalene, along with gentle plant oils and fruit enzymes. And on the other side, you're actively avoiding anything that could be an irritant or a harmful chemical, like parabens, sulfates, and synthetic fragrances. But of course, it all comes down to results, right? I love this review for the clean brand Cocoa Kind because it just perfectly captures that user experience. It's not about some overnight miracle, but about these tangible, satisfying results, feeling hydrated, happy, and yeah, maybe even a little taut, which is still awesome. Okay, now let's do a complete 180. We're going from the garden to the lab. The clinical approach is a totally different philosophy, one that's all about data, science, and dermatologists. With clinical skincare, the core value is proof. Pure and simple. These are the kinds of brands you're going to find in your dermatologist office. They pour tons of money into R&D to create patented formulas with high-octane active ingredients, all designed to give you specific, measurable results. I mean, just listen to these product names: CE Ferulic, Tri-Hex Technology, Advanced Retinol plus Ferulic. They sound like they were pulled straight out of a scientific journal, and honestly, that's the whole point. The price tag reflects all that investment in research, the patents, and those potent active ingredients that promise to bring professional-level results right into your home. Next up, we're stepping into the world of luxury. And here, the feeling, the experience, is every bit as important as the formula itself. This is skincare as a complete sensory journey. Luxury skincare is all about the ritual. It's the satisfying weight of the glass jar in your hand, the subtle, expensive-smelling fragrance, the silky texture of the cream. And here's the key. You're paying for that prestige and that whole experience. It doesn't always mean it's scientifically better than a top-tier clinical brand. It's about an aura of exclusivity, built on heritage and super rare ingredients. And that brings us right back to this number, $550. That's not just the price of a moisturizer. It's the price of admission into a world of opulence, of heritage, and an experience that goes way beyond just putting cream on your face. And a massive part of that luxury appeal is aspiration. And nothing builds aspiration better than the celebrity factor. I mean, from official brand ambassadors like Dakota Fanning to devoted fans like Margot Robbie and Martha Stewart, these high-profile connections just cement a brand's status as the absolute pinnacle of prestige. And finally, let's talk about the newest and maybe the most disruptive force in the entire market, the viral wave. This one is driven completely by social media and a whole new generation of beauty shoppers. Viral skincare basically lives and breathes on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. These brands are geniuses at tapping into what's trending right now, like barrier repair or glazed donut skin. They use influencers to build this massive instant sense of trust and hype. And they're usually pretty affordable, accessible, and they speak the language of their audience. This chart really shows you how powerful that social media engine is. You've got Rhode, which literally created a cultural phenomenon with the glazed donut trend. Then you have CeraVe, a drugstore classic that was completely reborn on TikTok as the #1 trusted brand for Gen Z. And then Bioma, which just exploded by nailing the barrier repair trend with its bright, fun, accessible packaging. If you need one single number to understand the power of virality, this is it. A more than 232% increase in Google searches for Rhode in just 1 year. That's not just growth, that's an absolute explosion, and it's fueled entirely by social media buzz and influencer culture. Okay, we've explored the 4 major philosophies. We've been through the lab, the garden, the luxury boutique, and the TikTok feed. So, what does this all mean for you? Let's bring it all together and turn this confusing matrix into a tool you can actually use. Because really, this is the only question that matters. Now that you have this framework, you can start to really think about what you value in a product. What are you actually trying to get out of your routine? Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. It's super simple. If your core value is ethics and natural ingredients, you're looking at the clean world. If you demand scientific proof above all else, clinical is your space. If you're all about that prestigious sensory experience, luxury is where it's at. And if you just want what's trendy, accessible, and approved by the internet, you'll find it in the viral wave. So the big takeaway here is that there's no single best category. There's just what's best for you. It's all about aligning with your personal values and your priorities. By understanding these 4 different worlds, you're no longer just a confused consumer. You're a conscious curator of your own routine. The choice is yours.